You're watching Less Than Epic's coverage of the Overwatch League. Enjoy the show.
One death, solo.
See how sneaky he's playing, and he's just going to
Flash!
Oh, almost takes out Jake. Jake going to put down the battlefield.
Oh,
Run!
run!
The tag
Run,
visor
Birdring!
here.
The tag visor! He's
Look
trying
at
to
the move
escape.
by
Oh,
Birdring.
there's no way you're getting away, my friend. Oh, okay. Tactical crouch. Just dropping T crates, Matt, the usual. In this map whatsoever. If there's any time to go, Matt, it's going to be now. But Benny, again, harassed down by Prophet, doesn't find a kill, but a pulse bomb will do the job. You better believe it. It's both Benny and Raucus. Go the way of the weary, and Prophet for him is just too easy.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Players of the Week. My name is Kinky and today we're going to be focusing on the end of Stage 1 and which offensive player stood out the most to us at Less Than Epic. We've been crunching some numbers and watching the tape, and let me tell you, this has been a very tough decision to make. There are so many fantastic DPS players in the Overwatch League. Libero, Fleta, Jake, Carpe, Shadowburn, Birdring, Baby. The list goes on and on. Ultimately, we could only give this award to one person. Before we get into who we believe was the offensive MVP for Stage 1, we'd like to name a couple of honorable mentions of who we also thought were very deserving of this award. Our first honorable mention goes to Birdring. We've yet to feature Birdring as an offensive player of the week, but that does not change how consistent of a DPS player he is week in and week out. Just to give you an idea of how consistent he is, here are a few of his stats from Stage 1. His over-under on his kills was plus 188. His first kill differential was plus 42. He charged a total 234 ults and had a KDR of 1.57. Another thing to consider with Birdring is that he didn't play every match. London has one of the deepest rosters in the league, and Birdring would often sit out of rounds because of it. Another reason why the LTE crew liked Birdring so much was because of his hero pool. Typically, we saw him on Tracer, Widow, and McCree, but we also saw him flash onto Soldier, Genji, Junkrat, and even Roadhog at times when his team needed it.
Switches out of the Valiant that they haven't had a great opportunity to build up towards ults. What? Fate's had to switch, Soon's had to switch, Envy, Agility's, Kariv. Everybody's had to swap outside of Unko that you're resetting all of these ultimates. That London Spitfire are going to have a good ultimate advantage coming into these fights. In there already at 60% on the point.
Birdring now as well, just trying to make sure he stays in step with the Valiant and has a sight line at all. Agilities, he cannot be doing that, it's too risky. Up in the air, he pops. And down he comes there as well. Look at that, Unko tries to go for the Resurrect. Birdring is controlling this match. The Genji switch is not been enough to deal with it, but he's killed another time! There's just no opportunity for the Valiant to get involved here. Birdring is deciding who does what, where, when, how, and why.
Our second honorable mention goes to Shadowburn. We've shown plenty of love to our Genji friend on this channel before, but it just goes to show how well Shadowburn has played throughout all of Stage 1. When it comes to ulting, there's almost no one more patient with his ult in waiting until the exact right moment to pop in order to capture a point or even win a map. His stats from Stage 1 are comparable to Birdring's. He had plus 221 in kill differential, plus 39 in the first kill differential, 221 total ults, and also had a KDR of 157 matching Birdring. Ultimately, there were two reasons why we felt we couldn't give the Stage 1 offensive MVP to Shadowburn. Firstly, his hero pool is not nearly as deep as some of his counterparts, being someone who mainly plays Genji and a splash onto Pharah and Junkrat at times. Secondly, the winner of our offensive MVP award had an insane first kill differential, being almost twice as high as Shadowburn's.
Look for a barrage if it needs to respect. Oh, Transcendence out, he doesn't have to use it as well. The Transcendence was kind of forced out with Libero going down. The Tactical Visor now active over on the point. Shadowburn here looking for Savior. He's found it, then nice shot. Now he's going to go for the barrage in close. Defense Matrix blocks most of it, but it's still enough for Mecha to get desuited and taken down. And time for Shadowburn to get away from these.
That being said, our Stage 1 offensive MVP goes to Fleta of the Seoul Dynasty. Fleta is a player that can single-handedly take over an entire match and carry much of his team on his shoulders. When Seoul lost a matchup in Stage 1, it was usually because his opponents were wise to make shutting him down a priority. And even when Fleta was quote-unquote shut down, his numbers still stood out from every other offensive player in the Overwatch League. Even with some teams able to shut him down at times, he was still able to pull off a ridiculous plus 70 in the first kill differential to open up fights. Fleta was also able to do this on a multitude of heroes. Fleta had three main characters with 20% or more of his total playtime. Those characters included Widowmaker, Genji, and Pharah. All three of those heroes were within 10% of total playtime. His hero pool didn't stop there either. He also had splash plays with McCree, Soldier, Junkrat, Tracer, Sombra, and Reaper. This made having him on the playing field extremely important, as it showed how well he could adapt to what the enemy team was doing and shut them down in a multitude of different ways. Even with the amount of swapping Fleta would do in his matches, he was still able to outgain Birdring and Shadowburn in total ults. Throughout all of Stage 1, he charged a total of 253 ultimates. When you consider that he did not play every map similarly to Birdring, that is quite the impressive number. Fleta also came in with a higher KDR at 1.66. Considering his highest playtime hero was a Widowmaker, we can assume that a lot of those kills were also final blows.
There's nothing down. Get back up again, Fleta.
But there's nothing you can even do about it.
Oh, please! Enough! That's not allowed!
Next, we're going to be going over our Stage 1 support MVP. Look forward to that in the upcoming days. We'd also like to tell you that this is going to be the format for the MVPs moving forward. Rather than a weekly look at the top performers, we're going to be doing a deeper dive at the end of each stage. Let us know down in the comments if you would prefer this type of content, or if you guys think we're nuts for not releasing these every week. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you like our coverage of the Overwatch League, let us know by liking and subscribing. And if you didn't, let us know why in the comments below. Maybe we can make it better. Thanks for watching, everyone.